Hop up off my dick, you my grandson. I ain't a pretty boy, but the chicks think I'm handsome. Playing goofy. Hey, yo, what it do? You tapping in with my dog, GUTTA Magazine, and you rocking with Von Bars, man. And we doing it like we supposed to, man. Shout outs to my team, everybody included. Stash House, y'all know how we come. And we just here to have some fun and give y'all a little bit more of me. And I'm breaking out the ice for y'all. You smell me? If you don't, I'm still shitting. Kiss the gang goodbye. So yeah, man, we rocking it like this. Georgetown South Cac for all my town folk, man. We all go by town. So I'm originally born and raised in Georgetown South Cac. Spent my younger youth years, you know, came up all the way from the country, baby. And right now I reside in QC, Charlotte, North Carolina. And so I guess I'm a Carolina baby. Let's put it like that. So who am I? The son of Nene, Clara, and Tony Jr. Humble beginnings, man. Both of my parents from the same area, Georgetown. One was across the way in town, and one was from an area called Choppy. So my roots is very diverse, man. I had family on one side and family on the other end. And if you know how that is, most folks be beefing with the other side, and like you would think, that's how it was. So might be fights on one side, and I'm fighting a cousin, so I'm like, I got a back. But yeah, man. Where I'm from, man. Mom and dad came up just like most other parents, man, doing their thing. Hustling hard to make a way. I got 2 sisters, 1 brother, and you know, my mom and them started out very humble, and you know, just to speak on that, like I said, it made me appreciate who I am. And you know, as I got older, things got better. You know, my dad got a little bit better with work, and my mom, she definitely did medical field, so of course, you know, she turned up after a while. But it was a struggle, so definitely, you know, my younger youth was a little bit struggle, but like I said, I had a beautiful childhood, man. I was able to see both sides, so I can really appreciate and respect every angle and how people come in, you know what I'm saying? So, and for me, like I said, it wasn't all peaches and cream. Like I said, I had a father who was a young black man trying to do his thing, and to be real, like the hardest thing for him to do after PTSD and different things in the military was know how to love. But I knew he loved us, but he just had a hard way of showing it. And unfortunately, him and my mom split when I was, you know, like 14 or something like that. And you know, I got into sports and different things like that. So my mom, you know, she was able to not worry about me so much in the street because I had a lot of family, and of course the street and town. If you're from town, you already know what time it is. It's so easy to get in the outside when you're outside. So, you know, for all my folks know on E Ave, High Market Street, Dusenberry, that's my family, my roots and stuff. Choppy Road, Dunbar Road. Y'all know what it is, town. But like I said, man, it's a beautiful thing to say I'm from Georgetown and to see I made it. And it's a blessing to still be here because I know quite a few that we can throw RPs out to. So, you know, from humble beginnings to now, I progressed and transcended, and I just want to keep running up. So salute to my family and my people for making me. But we struggled, and my mama was always of prestige where she didn't want people to look down on us, but we was a black family that was doing better than probably half the others that would cast judgment against us. But we had turmoil and different things, and due to that, you know, it caused some trauma on the kids and stuff. So I remember, you know, me and my sisters and them fighting in the house and different things like that, and us hating when Pops would come home because, like I said, my daddy had a lot of pressure on him. I'm a salute to my daddy because he was a young black man trying to find his way, working hard in the system, and he felt he was on the rat wheel. So I think that pressure and then what happened to him, you know, in the service, you know, kind of created a monster inside of him that was hard to channel, and he used to drink and do different things. So he had to get things out of the system, which made it challenging for him to, you know, show his family he loved them. And like I said, domestically, we had some wild things. I mean, from everything you can imagine. I mean, I like to save all the specific details, you know what I'm saying, but all kinds of things you would think, from weapons, guns, everything, fighting, fist fighting, and different things like that. So those were dark years, and my mama eventually got to the point where she was like, you know, we got to get out of this before I destroy my kids' childhood and they grow up like maniacs. And with that being said, it made me feel like why I didn't. As a kid, I'm thinking he didn't love me, so I would be in my rooms at times, my door closed. I had a little brother, my brother's 7 years old, shout out to Quan, my little bro. So he was a kid, he wouldn't understand. So I was ahead of him, and I would take time to be like, yo, you know, to myself in the dark, like why don't I have that camaraderie, that brotherhood, that father feeling like, you know, I got my pops in the stands when I'm doing different things or being there. And I had to, it took me years to become a man to understand his problems, is because as a kid I didn't understand it. I just was angry about it. So I was angry a lot, you know what I'm saying, but my mama did such a great job on keeping us grounded. It fazed me, but it wasn't to the point where it sent me to a, you know, I had to be institutionalized or had to go to a home or something like that, because my mama would be damned if she would allow that. She was a strong black woman. Shouts to my mom. And that made me, you know, when I always vowed that when I became a father or a husband, that there's things that I will refrain. I am my father's son. There are some characteristics that I did take from him. You know, I've channeled my aggression to where I can control it, and I had to learn not to let somebody get leverage on me to take me to a place where the single decision gonna make me, you know, have to live a certain lifestyle while they're free in the world, however, etc. it may be. But like I said, those things kind of made me who I am. And one thing I did get from my father was his drive. Nigga will hustle. You work hard, graveyard shift, swing shift, coming home, putting money on the table, giving us $5 for allowance and shit. I mean, we in the 90s, man. He breaking bread with us at the table, even though he had all his bad ways and different things like that. Dude really cared. He just didn't know how to show it. You know what I'm saying? So we coming from a mentality where black people was dog eat dog, and then he going to a place where he got walls and people telling him what to do, and he's a king in himself, so he can't take it. So he get home and he take it out at home. So you feel me? It's like we judge things a certain way coming up, but then when you know, you transcend it, you're in those places, you look back and be like, damn, I see why I was like that. Maybe I just handled it a little bit better because his problems. So if I see you throwing me a curveball and you get hit with that ball, then when I go, I'ma miss it. You know what I'm saying? So one thing about me, I'm a sponge. I peep game, so I learn. And so from his troubles made me a better man, and I want my kids to be a better man than I am, because I'm not the best father, I would say. There's plenty of things I could do better, but I feel like I'm better than I would have been if I didn't put in the effort.
Yeah. All Beats Production.
As I was a kid, you know what I'm saying, as a youth, I always liked music. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people got their thing they like, they do. And I was listening, I had the boombox with the tape cassette. We used to press record and press the radio, record the beats. And I remember it was like maybe 96, I think, you know what I'm saying? I was a big fan, of course, Pop, Jay-Z, Nas, all the artists, Busta Rhymes. And it was 96, I was listening to Busta Rhymes, Q-Tip, Flip Mode Squad and them. And he was on there with that y'all, you know, talking all that noise. And for some reason, something hit me like, yo, try to do something with that. I said a bar or two, and I kind of like that a little bit. So as I kept going, I started listening to the radio more, and I started trying myself, and I started spitting some bars, and I actually felt like I could be decent enough to be an artist or be able to be heard, you know. And honestly, at that point, it's hard to speak to people at your age as a kid and elaborate in a way that it could be understood and seek advice, because you don't usually go to an adult or somebody that truly can help you at that age, because you don't know if it's the right thing to do, or you just going crazy. You trying to figure it out. So a kid can't tell a kid nothing. So I figured the only way I could talk and let people hear me and say my little 2 cents is maybe start writing it on paper. So I got my pen and pad and started writing, and hence Von Bars were born. I would have different names. I started out with Terror, and that was my name, my rap name. I said Terror, and then I even got a plaque that said Terror, and I put it on the sign, like a street sign, and put it up in my room. And then I went from MW4, my name, Mr. Washington 4x4 Berettas. You know, I used to keep a Beretta with me. And then, you know, from there I changed the name to Bars, because I started battle rapping as I went to school, and I used to be on the yard, and all my homeboys would come out and watch us battle rap and film it, and so they would say, damn bro, you got bars. So I was like, this was when Smack was running around with the DVDs and before it was big. I put Bars in my name intentionally so you can know that Vaughn, that's me, that's my middle name, and Bars is what I'm giving you. So I intentionally made like sort of like a freestyle artist rap name, so yeah, it is what it is, but it sounds like it's what it is. And that way, as my story grew, as I got older, now my story's changed. It's got a little bit more meaning, can resonate a little bit more. But when I was younger, I don't think I was ready. I started rapping pretty hard when I was like 18, 19. I got up doing with some cat named Crown, Jay Quest, and some other cats up here in Charlotte when I moved up in Charlotte from South Cat. And I had good shit, but it was just more street stuff, girls, club stuff, same old typical stuff that wasn't giving you much. So I think I got into some rap beef that kind of took me to another level with one of my partners. Mano know what it is, man. Shouts to Mano. And when I got into this beef, this dude was claiming blood. He's Paru, and he, I guess he thought that was going to intimidate me, but I mean at 18, 19, 20, I mean it's really nothing that's going to scare me. At that point, it was just turning me up. So it got kind of heated, and it almost transcended into somebody getting hurt, like seriously. I was taking penitentiary chances, and I was like, it wasn't paying me money at that point, so I was like, I need to get the fuck up off of this. So I left the rap alone, and then I came back to it, long story short, about 3 years ago, and started taking serious and met up with my manager, Al, and we gave a portfolio of some of my art to Andre. Come on! So yeah, man, Poppy the Seed. What can we say about Poppy the Seed? The EP is no discount. And we came up with the name because ain't nothing free. And if it's free, it's a favor. And I don't need favors, because favors come with a you know what. So Poppy the Seed was one of those tracks where my dog D Fresh, he in Cali right now, producer, flaming producer, shout out to my dog Fresh. He was out of Atlanta when we got together, and Poppy the Seed came about because I wanted to, you know, check the track out, and you'll feel the presence, the ambience, the fun. You know, Poppy saying basically, I'm father of all. Like whatever you guys want in this game, I'm here to give y'all that, and be authentic with it, and not try to be extra or macho with no funny shit. Just be me. And you know, we did fun things from being Poppy the Seed to the girls, to Poppy to the drugs, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. And we had fun with that track, and that was something we can give to any genre that can play in Howl at the Moon, that can play on your radio station, that can play at the club, the strip club, you know. So we bouncing. So we put that track together to show my art, my talentry, my openness, and my authenticity. And that track did good numbers off of. We dropped it at the EP at like the very end of 2020. So basically last year, top of 21. And the track's done hundreds of thousands of streams. It's a real dope track, man. It's on Vivo. I just got my Vivo channel up because contrary to like most millennials, I'm not big on the social media, because the time I came with it, it was, you know, we didn't want social media knowing. MySpace and stuff was popping in. We didn't want people knowing what's going on. We knew that the bad things get put on social media, get exploited. It's totally ass backwards now, so it's a wrap. It's done took off. But it's out, Poppy the Seed, go check it out if you haven't. Off of No Discount EP. And since that one started bubbling and it started doing good, I got some other dope tracks on the EP, but that track caught the attention of some other DJs and some international tastemakers. And from there, you know, we were approached with the opportunity to come out and perform that song and tour out in Jamaica and London. And we got more international countries coming as a result of it. So stay tuned and tap in. But I went out, and as a result of that, I got a Jamaican connection with the management, Gemini Management. Shout out to Gemini out of Jamaica. Shout out to Shankle Dip and Al Qaeda and a couple other her artists. She got some dope artists out there, and she wanted me to collab because she felt that she's also a producer, so she felt that she had a track that she would like for me to get on. And with that track, she gave me a track called Bezel's Rhythm, and I got on it with a cat named Shankle Dip out of Jamaica, dope artist. And me and Shankle Dip put some fire on track, on wax, and Bloody Murder on the way soon. The video's gonna be dropping soon, so y'all make sure to tap in and fuck with that, because that's gonna be fire. And we did a tour as a result of it out in Jamaica and put it down. And I've done the video out in Jamaica and Kingston, and I think it was St. Catherine. So it was very authentic, and that propelled us to keep doing more. We followed up that tour with a London tour, and we did some amazing things, got some amazing connects, and they wanted us to come back, which we'll be going back. So as a result of that, like I said, we getting our international touring and traveling, which is putting pressure on us in America because we're only getting hotter and hotter. But we do got some things coming up in America. In Charlotte, where we at. In August, we'll be hosting an event for artists to come out, and we're giving out distribution deals for my label and things. So we're trying to build the culture back home as well. But the international thing is where it's at, and we got more of that coming. So like I said, Bloody Murder is gonna be dropping soon. So y'all please make sure to catch that. The trailer's out now. It's on fire, man. So shout outs to my Gemini plugs, my other plugs in Jamaica with that track, man. OGG Music, you know what it is, man. Look, man, I want to tell everybody out there who listening, man. This shit may look easy, but it ain't easy. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears put in this. I mean, I'm talking man hours, grinding, hustling, being outside. I mean, working, studio, jobs, paying for bills, taking care of families. It's a lot that we go through day to day to pursue a passion and a dream, you feel me? And I put some hard pain in this work, and through the likes of meeting some people that were special in my life, you know what I'm saying, things are transcendent. And I want to give a special shout out to, you know, all my friends and family. Shout out to my mom Deuce for, you know, being in my corner all the time. Shout out to my pops for, you know, being pops. And like I said, I definitely want to give a big shout out to my dog, my manager, Big Al. He saw something in me and made me take my craft serious. I want to give a shout out to my boy Mano, who, you know, one of my best friends, man, about 15 years, and he rocked with me from when we was outside trapping and hustling, running plays, trying to holler at girls to getting businesses and doing our own thing. And, you know, shout outs to my family, the wifey, you know what I'm saying, the boys, everybody who's a part of this journey, who made it. I want to give a special shout out to Liz, you know, some people in my corner, some special people, you know who you are, my dog CJ. And it's many others, man, my family. It's too many people, and I'm not trying to miss folks, but what I'm saying is, for those who understand the journey, and you're going to lose people and gain people. I lost people on this journey that felt indifferent, and I've never been a grimy person, so if I ever done something that was unintentional, if I did it dirty, because I always got my own out the mud. So like I said, I lost folks, I gained folks, and if you're an artist out there and you feel like it ain't paying you, stop, reassess your situation, and learn a couple things. It's going to be a couple things you're going to have to do. You're going to have to build a team. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to put finances up. You're going to have to put time in. You're going to have to be willing to lose some things to gain some things. And on that journey, that's going to make you appreciate it when you get there. And those people who you lost along the way, they wasn't meant to be there with you. Sometimes you're going to find some folks at the end who came up and be your best shining light. And that's hard because as we get to adulthood, you don't know what people's motives are when they come around you. You know, I'm a very reserved person. I fuck with who I fuck with, but I'm a very open person too, but I don't trust many people. I got a small circle. And that's probably one of my downfalls because of that, I don't mess with too many people. But to be honest, you got to deal with a lot of people because you don't know who can bring what. So, you know, me being open and starting to meet people, I met a cat, Sandy, with GUTTA magazine, who probably one of the most genuine cats that I could, you know, that I ran across in years. So salute to him and what he's doing and his brand. And I want to give a shout out to Andre, my A&R, for believing in us, and Pops with Stash House, Jay, to believing in what we doing. And Gemini, we want to give a shout out to you because you know what you did was special, willing to lock arms with us. Of course, you saw the talent, and we were willing to help you doing what you're doing because you got a country that you're trying to build and push, and we with you. That's what it's all about. And that you know, that's how we really want to tie this thing up, man. It's a lot of people, a lot of names, but if I start really getting too deep in it, I know I'll miss it. So for those who in my corner, man, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And I'm still bleeding, but you know, slowly but surely, I'm getting them scabs healing up, and we running them numbers up, and we getting closer to the cream of the crop. And I want y'all to know, for those who with me, you don't gotta say much. I already know. It might be a back door or side door, yeah, I can deal with y'all with. But for everybody else, you know what time it is. It ain't no love lost. I just deal with you where I gotta deal with you at. But this is Von Ball. This is the real me, and all my information, man, all my music, all my art is on all platforms. Von, B-A-R-Z with a Z. On all social media platforms. My music is out. Make sure y'all tap in. We're going to keep dropping more music. This year going to be something special with what we got, tours and different things, etc. And keep an ear out for Shoutouts because we coming with that pain, man. So that's what we do, man. Like I said, if you ain't heard it, cross it out, exit out, mark it out. Big balls, man. The ice on the chest, we keeping it wet, man. Dirty fresh. Ah.